Hello, everyone, and welcome to another chapter of Genesis. This time we're doing chapter 14 of the book of Genesis. Antonio is my name, if you don't know, and let's get started. Chapter 14. And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations, that these made war with Bera, king of Sodom, and with Birsha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, and Shemeber, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, which is Zoar. All these were joined together in the vale of Siddim, which is the salt sea. 12 years they served the Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year came Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him, and smote the Rephaims in Ashtaroth Karnaim, and the Zuzims in Ham, and the Emims in Shaveh Kiriataim, and the Horites in their Mount Seir unto El Paran, which is by the wilderness. And they returned and came to En Mishpat, which is Kadesh, and smote all the country of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites that dwelt in Edzedzon Tamar. And there went out the king of Sodom, and the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Admah, and the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, the same as Zoar, and they joined battle with them in the vale of Siddim, which with Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam, and with Tidal, king of nations, and Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elasar, 4 kings with 5, meaning 4 kings against 5 kings. That's my understanding of it. And the vale of Siddim was full of slime pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled and fell there, and they that remained fled to the mountain. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all their victuals, and went their way. And they took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. And there came out one that had escaped, and told Abram the Hebrew. This is the first time we hear the word Hebrew, and Abram being described as a Hebrew. If anyone knows what the meaning of Hebrew is, please leave a comment that I may know also. And otherwise, I'll look it up also, and I'll share that with you. Because last I understood, the Hebrews were the Jews in Israel, or the land of Canaan, but yet Abram is being called Hebrew here in chapter 14. Anyway, verse 13. And there came one that had escaped, and told Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, and brother of Aner, and these were confederate with Abram. I wonder if he's called a Hebrew because of the land that he dwelt in. After all, he was dwelling in the land of Canaan. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born in his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan. And he delivered himself, and he divided himself against them, he and his servants, by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobeth, which is on the left hand of Damascus. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot, and his goods, and the women also, and the people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, and of the kings that were with him, at the valley of Shaveh, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine. Melchizedek is mentioned here for the first time, and he was the king of Salem. and gave Abram and his people bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God. And that's who Melchizedek was, the priest of the Most High God, the same God that Abraham worshipped and built altars to. And he blessed them and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all. So Abram gave the king of Salem, Melchizedek, tithes of everything that he got from fighting against these kings. And tithes means 10. Therefore, he gave Melchizedek 10% of all, 1/10 or 10% of all that he took. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, Give me the persons and take the goods to thyself. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lift up mine hand unto the Lord, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I will not take from a thread even to a shoe latchet, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest lest thou should say, I have made Abram rich, save only that which the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men which went with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their portion. And that, brothers and sisters, concludes chapter 14. Abram helping his Lot, one of his family members, rescued him essentially from this war that was taking place between kings. Anyway, that concludes chapter 14. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you chapter 15. And this remote control, I'm going to get a better system eventually, but for now, you all have to bear with me.